right now, you're not making as many sales as you want because you're not talking to your leads fast enough. All right. So it's typically like far faster than you think it is that you need to respond to leads. But it's the opposite of asymptotic. So it's hyperbolic in terms of the nature of how fast you approach 0 seconds from a lead entering their information to you contacting them relative to the value of the lead. So many times, your difficulty in scaling your advertising channels actually comes more from the fact that your leads are not valuable enough to you, even if your offer's fine, even if your pricing's fine. It's just that if you were to simply contact them much faster, you might be able to get a 3 or 4x return off of whatever your baseline is where you're not responding to them as fast. And so sometimes this is the missing link for a lot of businesses. And so let's dive into this beach. So this is Amir. Kudos to you. Can't okay, you're currently at a million. Following Tuesday's session, I implemented IGDM's automation using ManyChat. Although as an unfamiliar part of the session, I was able to do it within an hour of the meeting ending. That means you did exactly what we said. As of today, I have 18 new leads and held 2 conversations. One of those just paid, resulting in another $2,000 in revenue. So kudos to you, man. For those of you who don't know what Amir's talking about, obviously, if you're over a million, we keep the communities open for you until you're there. You can see stuff and you can hop on these calls and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to make sure the posts were for a million plus and the comments were for a million plus, just because I want to keep the room quality really high. And I think that for me personally, I couldn't imagine something that would be more motivating for me if I were under a million. For those of you guys who are like 700K or whatever, to get over it. So that's kind of the point of that. Okay, so ideally, I'm going to try and rock this in less than 30. Hopefully, I do it in 20. I don't want to take a long time for me. I want to give you as much value as possible per second. So I'm seeing a similar mistake happening over and over again. So Abram, this is him actually fixing that problem. So what do you know? Speed to lead actually solved it. But look at the bottom line there. It's been working so far and brought the show rate from 16% to 92% for cold traffic. And so there's a number of things that speed to lead improves. So when I say 391%, which was basically a blend between two very large studies that were taken, I'll show you in a second. It's not that it's like, oh, immediately they buy 4 times as much. It's more that when you multiply the effects of, like, you have better pickup rates, you have better booking rates. Of the booking rates, you have higher show rates. Of the show rates, you have higher close rates, right? So it's across the whole funnel that you see the effect. All right. When obviously he saw pretty much a comparable increase there. All right. And so this was Harvard Business Review, MIT, and Velocify. And they all just confirmed basically the same thing, which is that companies that respond in less than 5 minutes are 100 times more likely to connect. And to be clear, I'm guessing that was against the average business, which takes like roughly 2 days. Okay. So that's my quick promise for what we're going to do. And we're going to do in less than 30. All right. And so this is kind of my loose promise is you'll get higher lead conversion rates, you'll have higher contact rates, and you'll make more money per lead. All right. And again, your results will vary. I'm not you, all that kind of good stuff, but I think you should still give it a shot. All right. And so in the spirit of Don Shula, every one of these weekly trainings, my goal is that I can pay for Vantage every week. And if you run every play in the playbook, like Don Shula might, sometimes you'll get some ground yardage, sometimes you'll get some passing yardage, and then sometimes you'll get touchdowns. But every single play should be designed to hit a touchdown. And for me, a touchdown is that I pay for myself multiple times over, and I'm going to try and do that multiple times per month. Okay, so we're doing something new today, and if you guys like it, we'll keep it. If you don't, we'll trash it. Very easy. At the end of this, my little section here, not section, but like my little prezzo here, Salo is actually going to hop on and lead the implementation sprints. For those of you guys who are like, well, I'm going to go do it on my own. It's like, we're going to keep this open. And Sal is just going to walk you through actually implementing with the AI so you can actually get it done in one sitting. Cool? Okay. Hopefully I think that's pretty cool. That was Kyle and Sal's idea. I was like, that's a great idea. We should do that. All right. So the issue is the average lead response time is 2 days or a little bit less than 2 days, 42 hours. If you can get your lead response time to under 5 minutes, you will do good things, make more dollars. All right. What's really interesting, and this probably should be bolded more, is that 78% of customers buy from the first company that responds, not the best company, right? Also, not the cheaper company, right? The faster company. And so there's a very large curve in decay of lead quality and revenue per lead with time. And so 391% if you can do in 60 seconds And within 5 minutes, it's 21 times more likely to qualify. Within 10 minutes, you have an 80% drop in qualification odds. In 30 minutes, it's significantly harder to contact people. All right. Now, these may seem outlandish. Now, I would have to dive into the studies a little bit more and to say, like, if this is PPC, yeah, that actually kind of is the case. If you work with any kind of like broker who sells leads to multiple candidates, it's